You're such an asshole.
We got an interesting one. I think it's specific to the client's case. I don't think this applies universally, but it may be an individual situation with the client. Um, in which case, it's an individual situation that would have to be. I'm not saying well, it has to be dealt with. I'm not saying it's a bad situation. It's an interesting one though, and if you guys happen to come across it, hopefully I'll provide a little bit of insight on how to, at least how I would approach it. Hello, Aaron. Please keep me anonymous by name, but you can read the entire email. I'm a youngish 30-year-old man living somewhere in a leftist place, a West leftist place. Not born here, immigrated with my parents when I was a young boy, self-employed in a professional field. I make lower six figures by working my ass off, giving good service, and charging my clients reasonably. Most of my business comes from referrals. I've been networking to get clients and build relationships with referral partners since I finished university at a reasonably young age and started working. It's been going well. But I have a feeling that as I grow older, my sources of income, referral partners, will stop taking me seriously and will think there's something wrong with me if I do not have a spouse. Which so I was curious, and I said, well, what makes you think that? And he'll go into more details, but let's just stop right here and address kind of the problem. Well, here I wrote it down, and maybe I'll just be literal. My main concern with you saying, "Well, geez, I got to get married, or I might lose income." Here's the main problem: marrying the wrong woman for the wrong reasons will harm your life more than the lost income in your career. And so it's kind of as young people are prone to do. You think that the main point in your life is your career. And when you're young, it's true, especially for men, because you got to get out of Maslow's lower levels of hierarchy of needs. And you coming from the country you did, which you did tell me, yeah, it wasn't rich there. It certainly wasn't. And so you have added incentive to never go back to those standards of living. So, absolutely, when you're starting off, your career is the most important thing. That is the vehicle by which you get the hell out of poverty and enjoy a higher standard of living and have an easier life and a more enjoyable life. But your goals will change as you move up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And this is where life goals become important and mandatory because ultimately the career, albeit at one time, was the main thing, the vehicle by which you got out of poverty. You know, sometimes things go well. This broadsided me. All of a sudden, it's like, well, what do I want to do? I actually have the time and the money now to do it. It was a rare, like, what? You have to realize when the career has served its purpose, and then not that you ever abandon your career, but then you move on. Like, okay, what do I want to achieve in life? And a lot of people make the mistake of putting the career first forever and not actually living life. And if again, if it was, well, they want me to wear a blue shirt, not a red shirt. Okay, wear the blue shirt. They want me to show up at weekend events or corporate day. Okay, show up at weekend. They want me to get married. Hold on, stop. That is especially if you pick the wrong woman. And also, if you do it for the wrong reasons, that is going to ruin your life more than whatever income you might have lost because you weren't married. There's also the issue of it's none of their fucking business. And you are in a Western nation. I think unless there was I asked, like, well, okay, are most of your clients within a religious community? Or I don't know if you ever seen the movie The Firm. Uh, I don't think they required that he be married, but I think it kind of helped that they want to have a certain type. But I don't know, man. If they're already hiring you now, I don't logically see your marriage status having any kind of effect as to whether or not they're going to give you more business or less. And me personally, that would be a deal breaker where it's not that you would get rid of their business. Oh, stop it. Well, we can't give you business if you're not. Oh, stop ruining my life. You don't lead my. I wouldn't go that route at all. But I would not. Oh, you won't give me business if I don't get married. Well, I better go get married then. No, like no. It's the most important decision you're ever going to make in your life. No, I'm not going to get married so I can make more money. Absolutely not. And I would, if you're that concerned about it, which I think your concerns are not overrated or overblown. I think they're misplaced. Go find diversify your client stream, diversify your income stream, which should be a strategy anyway that everybody does, so you're not dependent on this one source of all your income and referrals. But for me, it's a pretty black and white decision. I am not going to change my life goals and my enjoyment of life to I'm not going to sacrifice or compromise on some key life goals of mine, what I want to do in life to make sure my career keeps going the way it is. My career gets me to where I need to be financially so I can maintain and enhance my life. I can afford some nice things. I can, stability is the main thing I like, stability and freedom where I can eat. Lodging is paid for, everything's taken care of. It has served its function. As long as it keeps serving that function, that's fine. And if I got to take a 15 or 20% hit on income, if it still serves that function, that's fine. I am not getting married to maintain 100% of my income. Absolutely not. I would take the hit. I would go work a second job. No way. And I'm not talking being anti-marriage, which I am. I'm talking, well, I've got to find a girl now. No, that is it's like adopting a kid. There's no bigger decision than that. Starting a family is essentially what you're doing. There's no bigger decision than that. So like I said, if they want you to wear blue shirts on Blue Shirt Tuesdays, go wear blue shirts on Blue Shirt Tuesdays. If they want you to go, hey, we're having baseball day, we're going to the baseball game, come on down. And you're like, I want my Saturday. All right, I'll go. Having someone in your house and legally attached to that person? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Nobody, nope, 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 nope. But I have a feeling that as I grow older, my sources of income will stop taking me seriously and will think there's something wrong with me if I do not have a spot. I disagree with that. I think if you continue to do good and professional work, that's what they're going to appreciate. Unless, again, specific to your sources of income, there's something that you'll identify later on and we'll think there's something wrong with that. I already have a couple comments like that I already feel out of place during events and cocktails and things like that. And I feel judged for being single. Well, okay, that doesn't, again, I think you're misplacing. I think you're misdiagnosing this. You are being judged for being single. You're being judged for the type of tie you're wearing. You're being judged for which side you part your hair. That's not bad. And I don't think, people like, oh, he's single. If anything, I think it's gossipy. I think it might even serve to your advantage. There's some people that want to like, oh, why don't you have let's think of it from their eyes. Here you are, you're a young, up and coming, successful young man. You run your own business and you're being invited to the cocktail parties. They wouldn't, that right there is more of an indication they like you. If they didn't like you, if they didn't want you as an employee or a contractor or whatever, your business, they wouldn't invite you to the cocktail parties. And here you come in, kind of most eligible bachelor. And like, why don't you have it? It may just be simple curiosity. And maybe they're thinking, oh, I want to. Now, let me tell you this. You're at the cocktail party. You want to know where you're really going to screw it up? Here, I found a landmine. I didn't even think about this, but you're lucky to have me. Here's a real risk you're going to face. And it's a bigger risk than whether you're married or not. You go to a cocktail party. One of your referring source of income, referring clients, whatever, he's there and he's got his wife with him. Okay. And you guys are chatting. It's fine. Nothing's wrong. You're having a good conversation. And she says, oh my God, why don't you have a girlfriend? Why are you, you're like, oh, I'm just busy with work, and kind of focusing on my career now. There's your perfect. I'm just focusing on my career now. I want to build up my practice, get things settled. And then I'll evaluate. But right now, I don't have enough time to adequately commit to a woman. And it wouldn't be fair to her. There, you can write that down, plagiarize, write it. There's your, oh my God, what a wonderful, oh yeah, he's here. You turned it around, a little jujitsu magic there. But I can almost guarantee you this is going to happen. That guy's wife is going to say, you should meet my friend Becky. You should not, absolutely not meet her friend Becky. And the reason why is because regardless of who Becky is, the chances of that relationship working out is near zero, right? Working out mean you fall in love and get married. In other words, it will have an end. And I don't know a romantic or sexual relationship between men and women that ended on a good note. Well, I do, but it's exceptionally rare. So here you are, like, well, I better find a wife. And then Bipsy recommends her friend Becky. And then you go out with Becky and whatever. Let's say you have sex, but then down the road it doesn't work. Uh-oh, did you have sex with a woman that you didn't get married to? Even though that's what they say. Guess who's the dickhead? And now guess who's whispering in whose ear of the wife of? Oh my God. Bob, his name's not Bob. Bob totally, oh, I hate Bob. Bob screwed over my friend Becky. I can't believe you're giving business to Bob. Nagging her husband, and the husband's like, what? I have nothing to do. What? He does his job just fine. That's a real more bigger risk than anything else. So your answer is, I need to focus on my career. I want to focus, establish my business and my practice. I do not have time to adequately commit to a woman. It would be unfair to her. And so until that point in time, yeah, I'm not really in the market for getting married right now. It just wouldn't be fair to her. I do want to get married and have kids. Lie, even if you don't, which I don't think you do. But yeah, I just, it's not the time. It'd be very unfair to a woman right now. But man, you do not, you go to those cocktail parties and there's the wife of one of your business associates. Oh, I have a girl, Trixie. You should go out with her. Oh, okay. This will work. No, it won't. It ain't gonna work out with Trixie. Trixie's gonna, I can't believe Bob, he's such a dick. And then there's Bipsy talking to her husband's ear again. Hey, he stood Trixie up. Oh my God, you better not give it. I can't believe you hang out with him. It's middle school, man. It's middle school. And you just want to be that quiet guy that hops on the bus and goes home. All right. So I think there's your overall strategy and the magic words you say. I already feel out of place during events and cocktails and things like that. That's because you are out of place. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're welcome. You're not out of place in that regard. You're where you're supposed to be. They enjoy your company there. You're the guy who doesn't have a girlfriend. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. You're the guy that wears the bow tie, not the regular tie. It's okay. That's fine. They didn't care when I was in my 20s. They like seeing that dedicated and hardworking 20-something take care of their clients efficiently, working late hours. But now I clearly sense that they think that if I'm single in my 30s, then there must be something wrong with me. No, and here's fine. There's something wrong with you. Fine. This, in an obscure logic that I don't clearly see, results in a 10% drop of your future revenue. That is better than going and marrying the wrong woman. That is better than going. I'll just tell you right. It doesn't matter. It could be a roommate you have. All right. Other people in your life take time, period. You got to talk to them. You got to hang out with them. You got to go on. If it's your woman, you got to go on dates with them. Not that these are bad things you should want. I'm just saying they take time. That's going to take time away from your work. And I gladly take the 10% hint on income than run out and get married to some gal that I'm not absolutely compelled about. Or if it's not even part of my life goals. If it's not, we want you to abandon one of your life goals for the sake of a 10% increase in income. No, dear, here's the 10%. We're done. I had a couple girlfriends and dates in my 20s, but I gave up on dating because I felt it was a huge waste of time. I prefer focusing on work instead. It was a waste. That's not even an opinion. Your assessment of that is 100% correct. Most dates are a waste of time. At my young 30s, I started to feel my genetic programming howling at me to reproduce, but I would still rather continue focusing on work. I'm not interested in women. I find them frankly boring. Yes. And you're in the country for it. Those are the most boring women. I'll grant you that. Oh my God, what do they talk about over there? Maybe I haven't been lucky enough to meet the right ones. No, the percentage of marriageable women in the West are very low. Go get my book, The Book of Numbers, if you don't believe me. It's 2.7% of women are marriage material in marrying age range from 18 to 35. It's not you. It's not. I don't ever want to hear that, guys. I'm not criticizing you, sir. I don't ever want to hear I just have bad luck. Maybe it's me. No, it is not you. It is that bad out there. Please don't concern yourself with that anymore. Don't bother anymore. That don't lessen your life or tax your brain anymore. Just up. That's I did my part. I'm a successful entrepreneur. I got hustle and game, man. I'm in share. I do everything. I got a homeowner and all that. It ain't me. It's this gal that has the mutilated face with two other guys' kids and piercings and need me to bail out of her student loan debt. Not me. It's her. Saith the Cappy. And here's another thing, but let's remove Shotoland or the dynamics in the sex war. You find women boring. I don't like peas. You know what I don't eat? I don't eat peas. You find women boring? You don't have to date women. It's perfectly fine. You prefer to work? Prefer to work. You know, be like, why do you work so hard? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Was there a group of smart, intelligent people to go have fun with? Or is everyone just a fat, disgusting pig that wants to go watch sports ball? Okay, I'm going to go work some more. We'll go for a hike. You guys want to go for a hike? No, you want to go and watch the sports ball. Fine. But I never, maybe I haven't been lucky enough to meet the right ones, but I never really cared. And I know that they are generally not interested in me either way. The only thing that would push me to make more effort to approach women and to find a spouse would be to be taken seriously in society. Plus, women spend their time talking to other women and people in general. Right, exactly. Why you do not fish where you do not piss where you eat. And so I would not be set up by any women associated with your clients at all, directly or tangentially or indirectly. And that would help. Plus, women spend their time talking to other women and other people in general, and that would help expand my network even more and be more involved in the community to grow my. No. You big misdiagnosed, like 180 degrees wrong. Regular business contact with women, yes. Regular networking. You know a female that works in your same field, and she says, "Oh, I got a client that needs your expertise." Absolutely, yes, of course. But that is a business relationship with the women. Your romantic relationships are not. I mean, if you married the right one, maybe, but if you got in any kind of romantic involvement, look. 98% of the time, romantic involvement does not end well, and this will not help your career if the romantic involvement is with a person either directly or adjacent to your career and profession. So, by all means, if you have female colleagues, work colleagues, yes, absolutely. No to the dating. No. Question 1, is that a good reason to pursue women? No. My gut tells me no because it doesn't come from a loving and disinterested approach. It is purely out of interest, but I'd like to know what you think. I think it's one of the dumbest reasons. Why would you? It's wrong for you. It's also lying to your spouse, would-be spouse. Hey, I'm marrying you. Yeah, sure, I love you. Now come to this. Now come to this meeting with me. I don't care what you do. You just have to show up at this meeting. No, absolutely not. Question 2, do you think this culture will change? Most of my referral partners are in their 50s and all of them are either married or divorced. Well, if they're divorced, they know why. I'm guessing here. Okay? I'm guessing. But the divorce guys, like behind closed doors, you're having cocktails late at night, whatever social activity you're engaging in. And they say, why are you married? And, the divorce guy, you say, like, I don't have the time and I don't see the reason. And those guys will laugh their asses off, and you'll probably get more business from them. The divorce guys, there's an opportunity. Now, don't go in there whipping your red pill dick around, okay? Just say, I don't think marriage today is all that wise. Just keep it kind of milky toasted, but I think it's a little risky to get married today. That's all you have to say. And these guys will that'll get you more business from those guys. Even the married guys. What you think? Go get the book of numbers. Please read through the book of numbers. The percent of marriages that end up happily ever after, like actually happy, is about 14%. Because half get divorced, so that half is gone. And then those that remain, only 28% of the ones that remain are happily married. So half of all marriages are 14. So most of those guys, about 3/4 of them, aren't happy. You're like, I don't think marriage is for me. Too risky. I don't see the upshot of it. And then they're like, come on in. Here, have a cigar. Get another drink. I got another project for you. As they age and a new generation takes over, do you think single people will stop being looked down upon? I don't think they are looked down upon right now. I think you pique their interest. They're kind of curious. I don't think it's looking down upon. I think they're just curious. And yes, as younger generations say, and there's fewer and fewer people getting married. Yes, the whatever remnant stigma was associated with not being married, I think that is going to go away because, well, shoot, in 7 years, half of women of marrying age will be forecasted not to be married or have children ever. That's the new normal. So I would not change your career path to get married. I'm hoping that they will, especially as women choose to live their own lives of pleasure and fun instead of committing to men. Yeah, no, it is. It's going to happen. Did you notice a trend towards more acceptance of single people in the professional world in your circle of acquaintances? I never, not once, did I ever feel that my marital or single status affected my profession in any way. Not in any way. It never came up. If anything, some girls like, "Ooh, yeah," because I was the young up and coming. I was good. I was a ballroom dance instructor and I was a banker. The older ladies kind of knew, like, "Oh, you should talk to Susie downstairs." This is at the very last second or the very last day. I think that it was okay to maybe ask out a coworker. But it was because she was in a different building and a different department, and even that didn't work. But I think you are overblowing it. I don't not purposely. I think you misdiagnosed it. Do not lose any sleep about this. I think you're doing just fine. And being the kind of Bruce Wayne from Batman, he was always a bachelor. And they always, oh well, why are you, oh Bruce, always with the ladies. You could kind of pull off that motif and use the right words. No, I'm focusing on my career. I want to get established before, and I'm working too much to be a good boyfriend or husband. I wouldn't be able to give my wife enough time. And so until I'm at that point, I'm not ready. And then maybe behind closed doors, there's the guy, they're all drunk, and the divorced guys are smoking cigars. And like, why didn't you get married? And like, I don't see the reason, and it's a little too risky, especially nowadays. Thanks for your time at blah, blah, blah. So then I asked the guys, I says, well, I'm confused. What makes you think they won't refer you clients if you're not married? Are they particularly religious group or somehow insist on you getting married? Kind of sounds odd. And also, what country are you originally from? He's from a different country that's not a leftist Western crap hole. It's a different type of crap hole, but not a Western leftist one. What makes me think they're not particularly religious, although some of them definitely are, but they're very upper middle class types, conservative, neat, suited up, and care about appearances and social niceties and properties, and very judgmental about those who aren't like them. And then you go into the type of people. I want to mention what field you're in. They don't outright say they won't refer me clients if I stay single, but it's very clear that they would consider a single 40-year-old man a loser and a weirdo who wouldn't want to associate with one. I would wait until you turn 40 then. I also think you would what fears they might have, what concerns they might have about doing business with a single man, which to me principally shouldn't fucking matter. Like I feel like that's none of your I wouldn't say that though. I think to assuage their concerns, you say, I am not able to commit to a wife right now adequately. That's the perfect politically correct answer. I'm too busy with work and I want to get some things established before I'm ready. Otherwise, I just would not be able to give the time to the family that they need. I think that will take care of it. You say they're conservative and neat, and I know the types you're talking about. And that should, oh, wow, he really cares about it. He's doing it right. So I think that would assuage any conservative, trad-con, Republican-y type of people, what few remain. But I also think that social group you're talking about, I don't think they're so far removed from the street smarts. I'm pretty sure most of them have miserable marriages. I think the men are, the answer is no, regardless. You're not getting married for the sake of your career. That's putting the cart before the horse. It's merely an issue of what I think at most you're going to lose 10% of your business, at most, which I think you can drum up elsewhere. But I don't think you're going to lose 10% of your business. I think there's a way if you just playing that Bruce Wayne, bachelor, confirmed bachelor, millionaire, or billionaire, I guess, but you're not billionaire, but you know the type I'm talking about. And you're just polite and single. The girl says, "Well, why are you married?" Is it because if she's an old enough woman, it's like, "Well, because I haven't found a woman like you yet." Oh, geez, giggle, giggle, giggle. Herman, give him all the business. I mean, that's what they're in their 50s. Come on, what you did? Come on. Here's some 55-year-old broad married to one of the guys you do business with, and if you got to use that line. If one of the, adequately older, and there she is, and she's, "Bob, why aren't you married yet? You're a 34-year-old young man. Why haven't you found the right guy?" I said, "Because I haven't found a woman like you yet, Beatrice." Oh, forget minus 10% revenue. You're going to get 38% more revenue from that one guy. Oh, my God, Herman, you got to give him all the business in the world. I haven't met a girl like you yet. What? You can make him dance to your tune. They don't know. I get a ton of comments like, "When are you getting married?" Don't worry about it. "Why don't you have a girlfriend?" "Because I haven't met a girl like you yet." And I always feel like the odd man out at parties, events, and cocktails. Well, go bring a date. Bring a date. Nothing wrong with bringing a date. That might keep him off your ass. That's what makes me fear I wouldn't be good in their good graces anymore if this keeps going on. I don't think you're ever not going to be in the good graces. And if you ever get out of their good graces simply because you weren't married, these are not the people you necessarily want to do business with. So honestly, man, I would not lose any sleep over this. I would just, some of the keywords, I'm not ready to, I just don't have the time to adequately commit to a wife. She barely see me. I want to focus on my career. When are you getting married? Well, why don't you have a girlfriend? Why are you married yet? Because I haven't met a woman like you yet, Beatrice. And, smile. Oh. You're like, just, you just got to look. You just got to move over here to look at this problem at a slightly different angle. Did you, the country you were from, did you watch the original Batman cartoon series from the 90s? I'm wondering because that's the character you want to play is Bruce Wayne from the original Batman cartoon series, which is a brilliant, probably the best cartoon ever. All right, there we go. Let's go to the super chats. The super chats. Let's go to the super chats and have ourselves a treat. Did you know, Matt Tukanayan, a new book packs a punch? Well done. What, did you read it already? How did you read it? Did you get it on Kindle already? It's already, okay, so, this happens with every book. I was helping Myron get his book published on Amazon, so we publish it and we're doing the Kindle. It was only in paper book, just like my book was only in paperback for a day. The Kindle wasn't even out yet and already had like 10 5-star reviews. I'm like, they didn't get the book. Amazon didn't deliver it the same day. What the hell's going on? I already have one 5-star review. And it was yesterday. I'm like, how did this happen? You didn't get the book. So did you get the I don't mean for another I'm not fishing for another super chat. I'm just how'd you read it? Alpha Gaming, 10 generous dollars. Not having a woman in my life has actually helped my career. Every time I had a girlfriend, I found that I was spending more time trying to keep them happy instead of focusing on my career. You have to. It doesn't, whether she's a good girlfriend or not. Like my nieces, all right? Every human takes away from your time because they require time. And that's fine. You're supposed to spend time with humans. I love spending time with my nieces, but I'm not working when I'm spending time with my nieces. It's just a fact. Now you throw in modern day women. Yes, you have to spend time with them. And I would say there's also a psychological toll. I'm sorry, ladies, I'm trying not to slam on you. I'm merely probably describing what the vast majority of men's experiences, as probably is your experiences, because if the men aren't happy, the women probably aren't happy either. You're exhausting. You're taxing and you're tiring most of the time. There are the exceptionally few women who are invigorating and energizing. And guys, lock those girls down, man. They are exceptionally rare. And if you come back home for whatever it is, work or something, and you're tired, you're going to find out quick. Is she complaining about something and acting pouty? Fuck out of here. Does she have a cookie or a drink? Or, hey, how you? Is she like happy like a dog to see you? Lock that one down. But they're both going to take time. One is going to energize you. One is going to suck the life out of you. Like a black hole does a star. Cynic in Chief. 10 generous dollars. A wife who can keep your balls empty, your stomach full, your mood up, doesn't add a lot of drama, and doesn't spend too much time can greatly help your productivity. Absolutely. And inspires you to do more. This is why married men, well, they have kids and they have to work more. But good luck finding one like that. Yep. My Truth, the King. $5. I used to suspect similar concerns when I was younger, but now considering my audience, TradCon startup, traveling remote work, and what they want to hear, I think his concerns are, might there be, it would be the person who would hold that against him would have to be such like an old school 1980s Christian holdover that they'd be obscure. I just don't see that happening. I just don't see it. I would also give your clientele, if they're in their 40s and 50s, give it time. They'll get divorced. My Truth, $5 again. I curate my pitch according, especially to favor their very narrow outlook or expectations of the role and what will help them achieve their particular goal. Right. You're talking about how you pitch it to your clients. $5 again from the King. I realize it very Machiavellian. No, that's fine. That's what they want to hear. But a wise mentor once told me, shut up, smile, and take their money. Yep. They get the lie they wanted to hear. I get the job. Hey, Black Kojak, look who came out from the rain here. 5 British pounds. And what do I single women don't face the same bias at work? Where's the equality? I'm sure women face different. I'm being serious about this. I'm sure women face different biases or problems at work, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care anymore. You've had life on easy mode for 50 freaking years. Like, if you can't do it now, you can't do it. You get preferential hiring treatment. You get quotas. The world bows down. I'm done. I don't care. I don't care what the popular kids' problems are at 90210. I just don't care. I have my own problems to worry about. Travis Sharp, 20 generous dollars. The $20 will go to, well, we already got the $20 will go to Geronimo. She's not that. I'm just going to give her $20. What she will spend it, I guarantee she's going to spend it on girly doll clothes. $20 going to go. You're going to make a little girl very happy. Women with degrees who are currently working on degrees only want men with degrees. Good luck. Then you add in the rest of the BS standards women want out of men, and they essentially only want a top 5% of men. I used to think 5% was too, no, they're top to one. No, nope. Online dating data is starting to show it's in the single digits. And then when they did some polling and the totality of information we're getting is showing like, wow, you're really only interested in 1 in 20 men. Okay. I got shit to do. Oh, by the way, I was going to mention to the client, if you're serious about marriage, because you said your desires to have a family is kicking in, please reconsider going back to your home country and finding a wife. That seems to work for a lot of the immigrant children here in the United States. You come here and it's just Western slop. It's horrible here. It's just horrible. And they don't even look, people don't want to get married in this country anymore. And especially for your culture, you're going to want a traditional wife. I would absolutely consider going back home to the home country anyway and finding a girl over there. I would not even waste your time in the country you're in. Douglas Gillette, $5 generous bucks. I advise and meet with high level executives, C-level people. I'm tempted to wear a wedding band to help build rapport with them. I guess, do you need to really? I mean, my independent mind is like, you're going to judge me whether I'm married or not whether I'm not based on merit, not whether I'm doing a good job. Okay, maybe I got to find, I would start long term. I would look like, okay, well then I got to find other clients or at least diversify out of these. And here's another thing, Doug, into the client. Let me point this out. It is going to happen this way. I think it's going to be very similar to remote work, where the old guard is harumph, harumph, harumph. I need you in the office. And the young guard's like, no. And harumph, harumph, harumph. We need you married. No, it's not happening. You will have to adjust to us. Because I know you guys are like, oh my God, I need their business. I need their business. They need your labor. This is not a one-way road. They need your labor. They wouldn't be going to. And given how poor quality and work ethic the younger generations are right now, I think you guys are more secure than you realize. And you don't have to go through horse and pony shows of getting married or putting on a ring. See, now, Doug, think about it. Now you got to put on a ring the entire time. And now you got to come up with lie. Are you married? Now you got to lie. Why don't we see your wife? Eric Powell, 10 generous bucks. I've only seen marriage benefit a man's career when the wife fully supports the husband's career. Correct. And when she also gives him social proof at company functions. Yes. Yes. When me and the GF go out and we're going out amongst my circle of friends, I mean, assume we're not hiking or something. It's like, you're wearing heels, you're wearing a dress, she's dolling herself. I don't have to tell her even. You know, I put on a little bit. If I just show up with my buddies, I wear shit. I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys. And that's Cappy's friends. Hey, fuck you guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same sweater I wore 3 days in a row. Fuck you. Yeah. Eric, there could be, there's a book out there to be written, and it could be written as quick as butter put on bread, about what women got to do to find themselves a good man. And it wouldn't be that long, and it wouldn't cover everything. But this right here, be supportive. Do not nag. Do not confront. You either support them or you shut up. Both are fine, but don't you fucking nag. Get out of here. I could see it. Well, see, the reason women nag is because they love felons and losers. Like, oh my God, are you a drug dealer that sits at home? Did you abuse someone and go to jail? Oh, I'm so wet. Why does he get a job? But if I was I was chatting with myself, if some woman started nagging, oh, that's the quickest way. Hey, you get an express ticket to Curbsville. And I'm like, kick you out to it. Travis Sharp, $5 Cappy. Did you hear about Target selling do-it-yourself insemination kits for? Yeah, go 3 videos back. I did a video on it. I guess it's been out for years. It's just Target. Oh my goodness, Target. We're so popular. Joe Orbitz, is that King of the North Star? Fist of the North Star. Is that Fist of the North Star? Joe Orbitz, $10. Rather than focusing on getting a girl to love, focus on your friendships and family. I've always felt a deeper connection with them than any girlfriend I've had. Plus, with Fresher Fit, there's no contract. I would also say women, go watch my video, Women Are Half the Formula. The ball is in women's court. I think guys have hit the ball and they're no longer waiting for the ball to be hit back. Like, nope, there it is. We're done. You're seeing guys with, I ain't got time for this. If girls want a family, if girls want the men are willing, but we're not showing up at the market anymore until we get an email or a memo that there are girls and they're serious about this and they want to and not or and you're going to be feminine. But it's this just write this generation off. And by generation I mean anyone from Zoomers to Gen X, those three generations, Zoomers, millennials, Gen X, write it off. Just write it off. And probably Alpha. Just write it off. The girls are not interested in marriage. They are also conditioned not to be or reinforced not to. I don't think women want to get married. If they wanted to be married, they would be thin and hot. They're not. Shows you where the priorities is. I think we got enough data and behavioral analysis to figure it out. But at any point in time, women can be sweet and kind and deliver what a counterparty wants, and then you'll have your answer. Joe Orbits, $2 cap. Could we get a movie review of Idiocracy? Yeah, if you pay for it. Oh, the internet's out. Hang on. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the internet from South Dakota. Yeah, if you pay for it, I'll do it. But that's a 2-hour movie, so you're looking at $200. I do not have, not trying to be a dick. I just don't have the time, guys. I don't have the time. Atham for $2 super sticker. I don't know what it is, but it's probably a Mexican poops. All right, that's it. Oh, internet out again. Hang on. I hate this. Who's watching TV at this time? All right, fuck it. Link below. Batch of Pad Economics. I'll see you guys later. Tools.